Hi everyone. Hi. Can you hear me? Cool. Yeah, I can see you too. Don't judge my improv by my stand-up. This is the first time I'm doing this in like 3 years. So yeah. I just recently got off of a diet, or not off a diet. I'm still dieting, as you can see. I lost about 25 pounds, which means thank you very much. That's usually the first thing that people do. It means I've lost enough weight to wear this shirt, but not quite enough weight to take it off yet. And when you say that when you say you've lost a lot of weight, people, the first thing they do, like you said, is congratulate people. And then the next thing people do is they tell you everything that you're doing wrong. The best way to eat. People consider food like they consider religion. They prefer that you tell them that they're worshiping the wrong God rather than you're eating the wrong food. And I know because I tell people they're worshiping the wrong God all the time. It's a little bit later. But no, people will come up to me and tell me all the different ways, the better ways to eat. And I'm like, no, I don't want to ask Dr. Adkins into my heart right now, into that carb-shaped hole in my heart. And quitting food is really, really hard. It's harder than anything else. I don't know if you've seen this thing called television, but it's like all it wants to do is tell you how delicious food is all of the time.
Yeah.
And yeah, right? And you can't quit food cold turkey. Even quitting sounds delicious. And you wouldn't put up with this bullshit anywhere else because it's not like on television they have the McHeroin with a side of Coke. Among other things, I've just recently got back into dating online. I've joined some online dating sites. Has anybody seen online dating sites? Yeah, they're not fun. Inside, I really wanted to be rejected on a much larger scale. I wanted to optimize my self-loathing. And I was talking about this with a friend of mine, and she was saying that her and someone else that knows me were talking about my dating life, which is always a great thing to hear. And they said that there's absolutely nothing wrong with me. And I thought, wow, thanks for the ringing endorsement. It's like saying a food or a restaurant technically serves food. That's not like the highest praise that you want to hear. And if you've been on dating sites, they're really, really, really sad. Have you guys, maybe it's just like the age range that I'm in, but you see, like I'm 44, so my age range, I'm saying like 30 to 50-ish. And you see people in their like early 30s who are still like young and the cold dead fish of life hasn't hit them yet. And they're optimistic. And then right around 34, it goes to radio silence, which I assume is them just being like, fuck online dating, I'm gonna go try it in the real world. And then later on, say around in the early 40s, you see them come back on, but it's like 28 days later. They're really hungry, and they've been decomposing for a while. It's scary, you know, it's really scary. And, oh, jeez, I lost my place. Sorry.
28 days later.
28 days later, yeah. Well, I guess it's just like, it's like being in a thrift shop when you're on an online dating site. Like everything's advertising is like new, but you can tell that it's been really, really used.
The good ones.
Yeah. I'm not a very religious man. I grew up extremely religious. And my mom is like still trying to convince me to take the Lord back into my heart, and I can't do it because everything in the Bible seems so ridiculous to me. I was talking to her about the story of Lot, which is, you guys, I don't know how many of you guys have read this book called the Bible, but Lot's hanging out in town, and these angels kind of wander on in, and he's like, hey, come stay with me. This, by the way, they preface this story in the Bible by, this is the guy in town, in Sodom, that God really likes. He is the #1 dude in Sodom. So, what does Lot do? He invites these guys into the house that turn out to be angels. Everybody in town comes out to the house and says, let us fuck your angels! Let us fuck your angels! And Lot says, nah, how about you don't do that? Take my virgin daughters instead. Do whatever you want with them. Almost word for word. And this is the guy that God says is the hero of the story. Now, there is 0 depictions in the Bible of an angel being not a male, which means Lot could have said, don't take the angels, I'll be right out. But that's not the way the story goes. And then they're fleeing town. Lot's wife looks back, and God says, I told you guys not to look back, and turns her into a pillar of salt. Same God who was totally cool with Lot offering his daughters to the town. And then later on, the daughters go, you know what? That was a really shitty thing that you did. I'm going to get you drunk and rape you in the middle of the night and get pregnant from it. This is the story that we're supposed to pull our morals from. Faith is a really weird thing to me. Faith means believing in something before you have the facts. And science works the other way. Science works, you have the facts and then you have something to believe. If science worked the other way, you'd be in an airplane and you'd hear the pilot say, we're on our way to Detroit now. It's going to be about a 3-hour flight. And oh, by the way, don't stop believing in the power of flight, otherwise we will fall right out of the sky. That's all I got. Thank you very much. Bravo, ladies and gentlemen. Bravo.